Hi there. So instead of hand washing being something that we do without paying any attention a dozen times a day or more, or that we actually do with resentment because we're sick of how often we have to do it, we're going to turn it into a hand massage. So go ahead and either use regular soap, or I'm using a hand sanitizer that has some conditioner in it because all the hand washing is starting to change the skin quite a bit. So we're going to use this opportunity to actually give our hands a little TLC. So first just start by getting it everywhere. And then we're going to go along the outside edge of one hand. We've got like that meaty part. So you can use the fingertips on the back, the thumb on the front, and just go up and down a few times, releasing those muscles at the outside of the hand. And you can even drag the fingers all the way down to the elbow if that feels available to you. Then we're going to do a similar kind of thing in the meaty part of the thumb. So because I'm facing you, I'm going to use my fingertips on the meaty part with my thumb on the back. But when you're doing it on yourself, it's probably a little more comfortable to do it the opposite way. Whichever way is comfortable is fine. This meaty part of the thumb is an area that can get quite tense, quite tight, especially if you're working on a phone or computer or doing any fine motor work. Now this area between the thumb and the first finger is a juicy spot, so you can just a few times drag your way through and then go ahead and do that same drag between every single finger, but climb down as low towards the wrist as you can. Come into the palm, use the thumb and or fingers to do some circular patterns in the actual palm. And then let's go down the outside edge. So outside edge of your thumb, and you can drag those fingers all the way to the outside edge of the elbow. And then at every single finger, it's like you're pinching your finger. You're gonna pinch the front and back as you drag all the way, and then inside and outside, drag all the way. And we'll do that with every finger, front and back. So you're releasing all the muscles side to side. All the muscles along the front and back of each finger, all the muscles along the inside and outside of each finger. You can even do a little, I'll start doing on this one, a little flick at the end. And it's like you're dragging out anything negative and shaking it off. Same thing with the pinky, inside, outside, and then one last global. And then same thing to the other side. So let's start with that outside edge. I'm just turning my hand so you can see, dragging the fingers along the outside edge of the hand. And you can keep that with a little bit of pressure going all the way along those forearm muscles. Those forearm muscles, most of them come from the elbow to the hand and fingers. So the two are connected. So sometimes it's nice to get a little further away from the hand. And then come to the meaty part of the outside of the hand. Again, doing it on yourself, I suggest using your thumb on the palm, fingers on the back, but just so that you see what I'm doing, I can do the opposite. Then come over to the meaty side of the thumb. It's nice and juicy in here. We can often find some sweet spots. And then pinch in between thumb and index finger. And don't be shy to put a little bit of pressure there. There's a few trigger points in there. And then at each finger itself, you're going to drag along the front and back, flick it at the end, drag along the inside and outside, flick it at the end. Index, front and back, inside and outside. Next one. And you can absolutely spend more time on each finger. I wanted to keep this short for you, but you can make this as long as you like at the end of your day. Then let's go in between every single finger, going down as close to the wrist as we can. Sorry, you're pinching and dragging. During your day, you obviously can't spend the amount of time that we're doing right now, and then just really release everything in that palm. And then drag along the outside edge of the thumb side, all the way down to the elbow. It's amazing how sometimes releasing in the forearm towards the elbow is what's going to give more freedom in the hand. And then lastly, just around the wrists, front and back, we have several little, what we call carpal bones, small little wrist bones. You can do that on both sides. You can do a little bit of a twisting action, a little bit of a rubbing action, and then finish off. And there you go. When you're at the office, you don't have to do it for as long, but try to still give it that same attention. Give yourself an actual massage of those muscles as you do your quick 30-second hand wash. And stay tuned for another one. I'm going to show you one that, and we're going to turn it into a gratitude and self-compassion practice. Thanks.